Ho, 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 and Merry Cakemas! I'm Brittany, and today I hope you're feeling festive because we have a bunch of awesome tools to help you get in the holiday mood, all from SHEIN.com. And we have our girl Leslie here, who you already know as a makeup artist, but today she's a Cakemas artist.
From LesDoMakeup to Let's Do Cakes today, we're gonna make this really fun, exciting Christmas cake, of course, with Santa himself. So everything we're gonna use is from SHEIN. I'm excited to get into it.
I am too. Let's get started because I am hungry.
Through the night.
How do we get started?
Well, we went ahead and already crumb coated and stacked our cakes. That way we can get straight into the fun part and into everything we have in front of us. So step one, of course, is frosting our cake. We have our red buttercream and these piping bags also from SHEIN, which is really interesting because everything I found from SHEIN to cake decorate, I was pretty mind blown actually.
Really?
So we're going to just pipe the buttercream all around.
You make this look so easy.
So I feel like if you are, I guess, new to cake decorating, a way to frost the cakes is definitely with a piping bag because it's, I don't know, it kind of already does it for you. We just have to smooth it out.
Wow, and this like Lazy Susan seems like it's really changing the game too.
I love this. That's like probably number one thing you need in cake decorating is the Lazy Susan for it to do the job for you. I always get asked like, what are top 3 products you need? And it is a spatula, a Lazy Susan cake board, and all the fun stuff to just get the cake going.
All right, so adding to cart right now.
We're gonna use this scraper to scrape the sides of the cake. I always like to keep a plastic bowl on the side for any excess, and then we're just gonna scrape all around. It just takes practice like anything else.
Wow, I've made a cake, but I've never decorated a cake like this. This is incredible.
I also like to use the same scraper on the sides to kind of scrape off any excess that is building up. And this alone, I feel like takes some time, just like the whole smoothing. But if you get the smooth part down, you basically got cake decorating down. It's like the base, it's like makeup. If you get the base down, the rest is just gonna flow.
I'm gonna need you to teach me some makeup next.
Okay, I'm also gonna grab my spatula right here. These actually came in a set, so that was pretty exciting.
Oh, wow.
And to kind of just work the top. When it comes to cake frosting, I feel like there's so many techniques out there, and basically what works for you works for you. But I like to play with different tools like the scraper or the spatula till I like how it looks. I'm also a little bit picky when it comes to cake frosting. Like it has to be perfect. If not, we're not moving on to second step.
All of this is on SHEIN.com. I hope you've been adding to cart.
We're gonna lick the sides in, and that's kind of what gives it the sharp edges. We're giving you guys all the tips and tricks right now, girls.
This is so cool.
And this is normally my favorite size of spatula. They have these like in so many sizes, but to me, I just feel like this size is perfect. There you have it, a nicely frosted cake. I also like to use the same napkin and kind of just clean your board, and we are done frosting the cake.
I think this would have taken me 4 hours if I tried this on my own. This is incredible.
Well, to be fair, my first like 3-4 years, it would take me literally like an hour just smoothing it out, but like I said, practice makes perfect. Okay, cake is nice, frosted. We're gonna pop this in the fridge for about 10 to 15 minutes and then get going with all of the fondant fun stuff. Okay, so we're gonna bring in our fondant mat. This one is perfect because we're not gonna play with big pieces of fondant. So let's place this down. And we have our white fondant ready to go. So I want to make it snow on the top. This is going to be Santa basically stole the presents, went to the roof, fell down is kind of the story here.
A real Grinch.
So we're gonna use some white fondant. So for fondant, we need powdered sugar. So we're gonna grab some of that right here. And this just helps so the fondant does not get all sticky in your hands.
Okay, so what is fondant?
Fondant, it is, I like to say edible Play-Doh. That's like what I tell, that's what I tell my kids, that's what I tell everybody. So basically you can just play with it. There's so many things you can make with fondant. It's one of my favorites. I feel like a lot of people either love or hate fondant.
I've heard it can be very tricky to play with. Do you have any tips for anyone at home how to like make it work for you?
It is tricky. I love to use powdered sugar, like I said, that way it does not stick, but it's just like playing with it. I don't like to do too many complex things with it, just like the basics. Like right now, we're gonna basically top our cake with snow. So we're gonna use our fondant roller and roll out this fondant. I always say this is like my workout of the day because rolling out fondant, if you know, you know.
I know, you're putting in the work right now.
Our cake was 8 inches, so we want to roll this out to at least 10 inches.
Okay. How long have you been making cakes? You said since you were like 13.
13, yeah, I remember my parents put me in a little baking class and I was like 13 years old, and at the time, it's like a core memory. All the ladies would be like, oh, like the little girl, look at the little girl. Because it was
so
like,
sweet.
well, I say the older lady, but at the time, looking back, I'm like, wait, they were like 28, younger than me now. Okay, we have our fondant rolled out right here. So this is as big as our cake is.
Okay.
10-inch. Little trick, we're gonna cut around this. That way we get the layout going.
Okay.
And we're gonna use this right here, adults only, a blade.
There we go.
And we're just gonna cut this around.
She's so confident.
I'm like, I think I know what I'm doing, okay? Half the time I'm like, we'll see what comes out.
This pack is amazing, especially because you can use this for a whole lot of crafts. I use X-Acto knives all the time. I didn't even think you could use it on cake. That's amazing.
Yes, if you're DIY, highly recommend the X-Acto knives. I feel like I use them for everything, but I do like to keep a whole pack just for cake decorating. Definitely with fondant as well. It just helps out a lot. Okay, so we're just gonna clean out the edges now that we have the size. Okay, so I feel like the fondant's a little thick right now. We're gonna roll out a little more. I feel like this is what the time-taking part of cake is. You play with something and then you're like, wait, I feel like it has to be thinner, it has to be bigger, it has to be smaller. Okay, I think our fondant is pretty set. I'm just going to measure, make sure we have the 10 inches. Now here, I'm just going to free ball it, and we're basically going to make it snow on the side of the cake.
Okay.
I feel like a lot of my steps, I'm like, you just have to wait for it. It's gonna come to life. And we're just going to do this, that when we place it at the top, it's like the snow. I don't think I ever really repeat the same cake that I make. I think that's why I love it so much, because every cake I do is like a new cake, a new design, a new character.
My God, you just went for it with that. That was incredible.
I was like, do I need a template? But we just went for it. We're gonna put our fondant to the side. Also, fondant will harden pretty quick, so you also wanna always just keep it wrapped up.
Yeah, is this something you save the excess fondant to use later?
Yeah, you can save it for later as long as no air gets in here, because it will harden like rock hard. So we're gonna keep this covered in case we need it for later. Okay. And here our snow, we're going to roll it out a tiny bit more, and there you have it.
All right, that looks amazing. What's our next step?
I think I'm happy with this. I'm gonna use the same board. That way we can move this out the way. And now we have to grab our cake from the fridge. It should be ready now. And also tighten up a little bit here, clean up all the dusted sugar, and get on to the next step.
All right, I'm on it.
Our cake is ready. I put this in the fridge for about 10-15 minutes. That way it's soft to the touch, and we can play with our fondant. So I thought it would be cute to add some brick to the side. That way we can give it more of a house going. We have some red fondant right here that we're gonna roll out. I thought it'd be a great idea if you help me out, because I literally broke a sweat rolling out the white fondant.
Put me to work, I'm ready.
So fondant roller, your fondant. We have our fondant mat right here. You need a fondant mat.
I'm nervous.
It's great. And then some powdered sugar.
Okay.
So we can just sift some on there and roll this out. I love this. Help.
Do I put it on top
of
this?
the kitchen?
Too? A little on top?
Yes, you can. If you can pass me those brushes right there.
Yes, absolutely. All from SHEIN.com.
So these right here, I like to grab a little bit of water. Another fun fact is water acts like glue with fondant. So to make sure this fondant sticks, I'm gonna add a tiny bit of water to the back.
I think I'm just making a giant tongue right now. How did you make it a circle? How do you make this a circle?
You're doing great.
Okay.
So we're gonna just lay, I'm gonna just lay this right on top of our cake. And now it is snowing on top of here. Okay, so we're gonna smooth the top of this.
Oh, that looks so good.
And this is basically like snow right here. So you see how the fondant is like not sticking? You wanna grab some water from our little brush set. Also from SHEIN. I was like, you can really find everything. This little tool set right here is also specifically for fondant. And I like that SHEIN had it with all for your fondant. Okay, how are you doing over there?
Okay. She's flat.
that looks great.
I don't know what shape we're going for exactly, but I made something. Whoop, I messed it up. She's a baker.
You had one job.
I had one job, yeah.
Okay, there we go. How does this look?
My God, that looks so cute.
It's supposed to be like, give the snow effect. Okay, the snow is all set. That looks great.
It's something.
We're gonna get the brick going. So we're gonna use this right here, which also comes in a set.
In a whole pack.
So this is really cool because it has all the patterns that you need for fondant. I wanted it for the brick, but they also have all of these. This is so
cute.
It's like the whole tree bark thing. So there's a lot of cheat codes to cake baking.
Awesome.
So now that we have our fondant rolled out, this is perfect. We're gonna grab sugar again. And you just wanna place this on top to get the brick effect. So when you pick this up, you have a whole brick effect. I know, how cute is that?
And then you use these to cut them out individually?
Yes, it depends if you want to put like a whole brick pattern on the side or just a little bit. I thought just to give it like a 3D dimension, we could cut some out. So we'll just cut through these. And now we have little brick chunks to add around the cake.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so how do they stick onto the cake?
We're
Is
gonna
that just
grab
water?
Yes, water. Water and powdered sugar. So if you want less sticky, go with the sugar. If you want sticky, get your water. So we're gonna stick these all around and give it that 3D effect right here.
Okay.
I feel like if it's a house, it needs a door. I feel like you should do the door for us.
I'm making the door?
Just kidding. We have the door ready, guys. We actually pre-made this door also from, you're sweating.
Now I'm stressed and hot.
Also from fondant. That way we can add it to our cake. Adding some water. I would say adding some glue, but it's actually,
But it's water.
they don't gotta know. It's edible glue. And we're gonna add our door to the side. Okay, how freaking cute is this?
Oh, that's so cute.
Okay, it's coming to life. It's coming to life. They also even have the boards on SHEIN. Can I just talk about how
How important
mind-blowing
are these boards?
I mean, you need this for cakes, obviously, but I was just like, there really is like everything on SHEIN to do cakes. I'm telling you guys, adding everything to cart. Okay, let's keep going. We have the bricks, the door. We have our snowflake cutters right here. These are super cool because it has the little punch at the top, so you just punch it out. We need some white fondant.
Okay.
And I think you have been promoted to fondant roller, Miss Girl.
All right. Put it on my resume.
Let's get some white fondant rolled out right
Okay.
here. So back to what you were saying, like how do you roll it out to a perfect ball? I like to do this.
Yeah,
it
I
also
can't figure
reminds
that.
me, it's like if you're good at making tortillas, you're good at rolling out some fondant. We have this fondant. And as you roll it, I like to play with it like in odd directions. Roll out in every direction, that way you get the perfect circle.
Okay.
Practice makes perfect.
I learned from the best.
So you want to place these down. I like to press really good, that way there's no mishaps. And look at this. Boop.
Oh my gosh.
We have the little snowflakes.
It's
So we're just gonna
literally
do-
it's literally snowing.
We're gonna make a whole bunch of snowflakes and then just also pop them all around.
Okay, I thought these like came in like a package from SHEIN. I didn't know that it was the fondant rollout with the stamps from SHEIN. That's so cool. And there's 3
Everything.
different sizes, I'm saying?
Yes, you get all 3 different sizes
Oh,
because
that's cute.
snowflakes come in all sizes.
They're
so-
all unique. I'm gonna give it a try.
Yeah, so we're gonna stamp a couple more. And just put these all around.
Hey! Oh my God! That was so easy.
Like it's not too hard, right? Now
No,
that
it's not
back
hard at
here
all.
with me.
Yeah, I feel confident with you back here with me for sure.
We decided to also go with like more, I guess, basic cakes, but still very cute. And I feel like your kids could totally help you out. Okay, I think it's time to bring out the main character. Drum roll, please. How cute is this guy?
He's so cute. He's
This-
had a hard night, but he is very cute.
This whole cake was inspired by him. When I saw it on SHEIN, I was like, I need to make a cake with him inspired. So we're gonna just lay him right on top, like
Oh
if
my
you just
God.
fell. It also comes with a little Merry Christmas.
And these are edible too?
These are not edible, actually.
Okay,
So
yeah,
when-
what is edible?
huge side note, if you ever use anything that's not edible on your cake, please make sure your guests know. Which normally when it's a really big piece like that, it's not a big deal. I would
Right.
definitely not use like glitter or small items. But that, look how adorable that is. I think we're gonna sit out on the Merry Christmas, but look how cute, because I wanna add more little props on top, which brings me to these.
Look at that.
I literally could not get over these when I saw
Look
them
at that
on the
duo.
website. This is so cute. And they also have them on SHEIN. They're tiny. It's like very DIY. So we can just place these on top right here.
Yeah, do you recommend like adding any water to these or like any type of glue?
Because they're not edible, I would just leave them as is. So
Okay.
this is very much a cake that I would just do for my family, let's say for dinner night, place them on top and prop those up. If you're doing this more like on a sell side, it gets really intricate, but if you're doing it for fun, girl, just pop these right out before you guys cut the cake. And look how cute. These are tiny mini presents. When I'm telling you guys, I was so amazed with like everything you could find.
Those are so precious.
So the presents that Santa stole are going right on top on the cake.
Oh my gosh.
You can add one right here.
I'm seeing trees too. Are you also adding trees?
Okay, so we have the Christmas trees. I also ordered these because I thought they were so cute. I think we should add one tree.
We need
What
at
do you
least
think?
one tree.
It's not Christmas without a tree, so
Yeah.
we're gonna add one tree. I feel like he should actually go a little in. So what I'm gonna do here is mark where it is. With our blade, we're gonna cut this out. And we're gonna stab our little tree right in there. I love this little guy, but I feel like he's a little too much, so he's gonna have to sit it out to the next one. We're gonna keep just a snowman, Santa right there.
I am absolutely obsessed with this 3-piece Santa Claus cake topper, and also these just little 5-piece presents are just,
So cute.
they just really bring it to life. But let's grab our sifter for our final step.
We have to make it snow. It's Christmas time. We have to make it
Christmas.
snow. It actually doesn't snow in Texas where I'm from, but we're gonna pretend today it's gonna snow. And make it snow plays in the background.
Fa, la, la. Okay?
La la. Okay, there we go. Oh, we covered Santa a little too much. I'm gonna just dust off his little booty like that.
He's been out there a while.
I love it.
That looks so good. And just like that, a masterpiece. Leslie, thank you so much for walking us through this.
I had so much fun.
I feel like everyone's going home with so much baking knowledge, but if you need those baking tools, go check out SHEIN. Everything you see here is on SHEIN. Where can they find and follow you in the meantime?
You guys can follow my YouTube channel or all my socials under LesDoMakeup. And I hope you guys had fun. I had so much fun doing this cake. I love
This
it.
was amazing. Merry Cakemas!
Fire burning, baby.